Hello, hello, lovely souls. Welcome to the channel. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot. I'm Sarah, and I'll be your intuitive guide and your reader today. So I'm coming to you from the new house, and despite being utterly exhausted, I am here, and I felt a message that wanted to come through for you guys. So thank you so much for your patience as I made this move, and we'll be continuing to move in over the next several weeks and even months here. But I hope to get really settled and have a great little spot to continue to do the readings for you guys. And in the meantime, I wanted to make a really, really exciting announcement that our early bird special for the April group Twin Flame Transformational Coaching Program is launching on Monday. It'll actually be midnight on March 6th, which is Sunday, Eastern time. That's when the registration will open, and you can go to lunargoddesstarot.com/offerings, and you'll see it right at the top there, and it's a $600 savings. So it's a huge, significant savings if you pay in full, and it will secure your spot because we do have limited spots available. So we're super excited about this. Holly and myself will be leading you guys through another 4-month group transformational twin flame coaching program, helping you to reach clarity on this journey, helping you to find your soul purpose and your mission, to transform yourself from that longing energy, from that pining energy, from that confusion energy, from the fear energy and the heartbreak into abundance, into joy, into balance. Balancing your own inner masculine and feminine and reaching that divine inner union, which, as you know, is what this journey is all about. So we're very excited to lead you in this next 4-month group program. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, lunargoddesstarotofficial@gmail.com. Otherwise, you can sign up right online on the website, pay via PayPal. And again, if you pay in full, it's a $600 savings. And if you need a payment plan, it will be a $400 savings off the original price. And that will be via PayPal, I believe, at this time as well. So very excited to launch that. So stay tuned for that, guys, on Monday, or actually Sunday Eastern time. If you're ready to register and you're just like, I just want to do it, so you can register at midnight Sunday Eastern time, March 6th. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So we are actually going to start with the tarot deck here, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to pull a few cards here to find out where the twins are at, because we are in the month of March, which has a vibration similar to that of December 2021. And I know that's kind of terrifying to a lot of you because December was quite challenging on many levels. And as I've spoken about, divine feminines are on the move. And so you're moving homes, you're moving houses, you're moving jobs, and it's not a lateral move, guys, it's an upward move. But what you might find this month is you might run into some challenges. You might run into some fear energy. We are purging a lot, just like we did in December. Many of you were sick through the month of December. Many of you had a lot of fear come up. Many of you had a lot of anxiety come up, and it just felt sort of bleak and hopeless. Well, that energy has returned for the month of March. And as you guys know, or as you'll soon know if you're new to following the channel here, and please do like and subscribe and share, guys. It greatly helps the channel, and it helps not only my work get out there, but for people to find the work that really need to benefit from the work. It takes 2 seconds to click a like, 2 seconds to subscribe, 2 seconds to share. So I greatly, greatly appreciate all of you who have done so. So, this energy is challenging the masculine and the feminine. And what I'm finding is that the feminine is really becoming secure in her inner masculine and realizing that she can do everything that she maybe thought she needed a partner to do. She's doing it on her own, and that she's very resourceful this month. And what the masculine is moving through is still a lot of anger, resentment towards everything and everyone, and really moving through this energy of, it's sort of like a rage energy for the masculines right now. And what I'm finding in the group that we just finished, we had a 6-month group actually, and they just finished their program in February. And what we found is that a lot of the people who were, seemingly close to physical union have, in the 3D, it looks like they've taken a backtrack, right? Or they've gone backwards. But in reality, what's happening is there's a balancing happening. There's lessons, there's triggers, and the masculine isn't quite necessarily ready to come into that full physical union. So the feminine still has lessons to learn if that's the case. So guys, rather than fighting this, let's just accept it and move forwards and continue to better yourself, continue to create a life for yourself that you love, create that inner union. And that's what this group program is for, is helping you to reach that and create that, and helping you to step out of any energy that's keeping you attached to the past or attached to blame or shame. Like my counterpart to this, he did that, she said that, and getting to a place of mental freedom. Okay, interesting. We have the Four of Cups. You know, longing for something that has transpired or something in the past. So there's also a boredom energy associated with the Four of Cups, like just being discontent. And that's sort of the energy of March. It's kind of an annoying energy. It's also a teary, weepy energy. We had a little bit of that in February as well. I talked about it on the videos and on the Patreon post that I did. And then we have the Ace of Swords here coming up. So aces to me always indicate a fresh new start or a new beginning. So what I see here with the Ace of Swords is I see the energy of a new thought process, new thought processes, new ideas, sort of beckoning the masculine and feminine forward, but more so the feminine being beckoned forward out of this energy of discontent. Like she's, you know, you see the Two of Cups here, and then you see the three here. It's very interesting because it's almost like they're showing the Five of Cups. But what I see here is the counterparts are close, but then it's like something is drawing them apart. So they're drawn together, but then they're not quite there. That's exactly what's going on in the 3D. And I know a lot of you are confused because you felt like your masculine, your counterpart was coming forward, and then all of a sudden, you know, things went backwards seemingly in the 3D. That's when you need to really write yourself up, get yourself recentered, rebalanced, and come back into this energy of, what do I need to start for myself? How can I start thinking in a fresh way, in a clear way, in a way in which I'm going to not blame the past, but rather take the lessons and move forward. You're really seeking clarity at this time, feminine. There's some revelations that could start coming up at this time as well, especially in regards to where you've been discontented or where you've been disappointed in the past, in love and also in abundance, in the area of abundance. There's a lot of truth that wants to be spoken, but it could be a harsh reality or harsh truth, and it might not feel that comfortable. So these are sort of the overall energies. And as far as the masculine goes with these energies, he's definitely feeling like he missed the boat with regards to his true love, his partner, the one who always saw him, the one who admired him, the one who didn't judge him, the one who supported him. And he's definitely feeling like, wow, I think I missed the boat, and I think I maybe took a wrong turn somewhere. I think I made the wrong choice is what I'm hearing. So he's thinking a lot about this, and he wants to step forward, but the Ace of Swords isn't necessarily an energy of action. It's an energy of thinking. It carries the vibration of thought versus the vibration of doing, acting, okay? Moving. It's not a movement energy, but it's a movement in your thoughts. So it's a different kind of a shift. Okay, so both counterparts are starting to think differently. So let's just see what we have here. Okay, interesting. Wow. Masculine's got, wow, the World card, the Magician, and the Ace of Cups. Pretty powerful. So the first one that I actually saw, put these guys here, was the Ace of Cups. So we have two aces in this reading already right off the bat, and then two major arcana cards. So the universe is moving things forward. The universe with the World card, the end of the hero's journey, the end of the major arcana. So the next card would be the next cycle, which would be the Fool energy, which is the zero energy, 0 point, right? Zero field energy. And this is where everything begins again. So the masculines are in this energy of wanting a fresh start in the arena of love. But what they're doing right now, and why there's a lot of energy of anger, energy of discontentedness, energy of just being bored with where they are currently in their life or in their current relationship, energies, anything like that, is because they haven't taken the risk. Like they would take risks in business, take risks with their money, take risks with other things, with maybe adventure or adrenaline or sports, things like that. But when it came to love, they weren't willing to take the risk. And the Divine Feminine walked away from that. She said, if I'm not worth the risk, and if I'm not worth you making this choice, then I need to step back. Like if you're not choosing us, you're not choosing me, you're not choosing to move forward here, and I need to go ahead and move forward with my life. So the feminine, completed her cycle. She's already been through the world energy. Now it's the masculine's turn. And, the Ace of Cups is a tender-hearted energy. So alongside with the Magician here, I feel like the masculine wants to bear his heart and soul. But this isn't as easy as it may sound or as it may look. So what I'm feeling here is he's got all these tools at his disposal in his tool belt, right? In his cosmic tool belt. He knows what he needs to do. He knows what he should do. He knows what will bring him true joy. And instead of acting on it, at least for the month of March, what I see happening is just a lot of thinking about it, a lot of like, woe is me energy. I'm disappointed with my life and, the path I've taken, the choices that I've made and pushing, somebody away and pushing away what could have been really, really joyful for me. So he really feels sort of like, man, I really missed the boat here. And I'm getting the boat energy and symbolism because of the water energy here with the Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups. So he does feel like he's missed the boat, and he wants to start fresh in the arena of love. He wants to reveal how he truly feels, open his heart. Anytime your chest is exposed, right? If you practice yoga, any of the poses like camel pose, for instance, any sort of back bend, you're exposing your heart, which kind of goes against, if you've been through any fight or flight or you suffer from anxiety, it kind of goes against the grain because you want to protect the heart. So child's pose might be more comforting to you, right? Or some sort of forward fold versus a back bend. But this is really what they're doing here, is just she's opening her heart. And because you see the two fish there, I'm associating this with the Two of Cups, just like I saw the Two of Cups here, but except they're side by side here, okay? They're side by side and they're swimming, on the same journey, on the same path. And, the masculine has everything he needs. He's got the tools. He knows how to make this happen. It's really a matter of whether or not he's going to go for it. But he's a creator, okay? And especially with this Ace of Swords energy and the Ace of Cups together, he's a creator in the area of love. He's starting to realize, I've created the outcomes that have transpired in my life, and I'm a powerful manifester. And he's starting to realize everything that you've been talking about all along. Because things are coming to fruition now inside, outside in the world. Things are coming to fruition. The things that the feminine said, this is happening, the masculine's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And now it's happened, or it's happening right in front of his face, and he can't deny it. So he really is in awe of your ability, your intuitive ability, and your ability to be in touch with your emotions. And I feel like he's very in touch with his emotions, but that's also where the anger is coming from, because he can no longer hide his heart or go back to being not vulnerable. He's very vulnerable in this energy, and it makes him want to scream a little bit, and it makes him feel very exposed. But what he's doing is he's learning, the Magician, what he has to learn to do, because the shadow side with the Magician is using your skills, gifts, and abilities for like the misuse of power. So he's learning how to use his gifts and abilities for the greater good, not just for his good, but for the greater good. So no more manipulation, no more causing pain to others, even if he says, oh, I didn't mean to do that, because he did. He caused the feminine pain. He's completing that cycle of the abuse of power. That's what I feel like with the Magician card, and it's causing him to really open his heart. So let's move on here to the Divine Masculine Healing Journey and find out, all right, what he's working on. Okay. And then we'll find out what the feminine is working on also. Desire, avoidance, and fear blocks love. Interesting. That's why the Ace of Cups came out with the World card. I am afraid to show my true emotions to you or even admit them to myself. Avoidance. I want to communicate my feelings to you, but I am not sure where it goes, and that's what's scary. Yeah, not being sure what you're going to say, how you're going to react, or even where will this go? Will he get his heart broken? And it's so interesting because, like I said, he'll take risks in other aspects of his life. But when it comes to the feminine, when it comes to real love, when it comes to true partnership on a much deeper level than he's ever experienced before, the masculine's more apt to sort of run from that and go to what's familiar. But, aren't we all? Right? So where in your life have you gone towards the familiar? Have you been afraid of change, or have you kind of shied away from making a change that could change your life? Where have you, crept back to the familiar story or the familiar person, the familiar energy, the familiar, city or job or anything like that? So we really have to look at ourselves and see how the mirror is working. And then we have desire. I am used to female energies chasing me. You did not. You certainly didn't, Divine Feminine. And if you did, you fixed that. You corrected course. I'm not sure what to do about that. It felt like rejection. Okay, this is big. So the healing, it says desire goes both ways, rather like the phone works both ways. When a feminine energy feels safe enough, she will let her masculine know her deepest desires. When running and chasing is a manipulative, hurtful, confusing game, the real divine feminine energy will not play it. This is when you walked away. She will walk away because she has to. Manipulation is distorted power, divine masculine. Approach all in an authentic way. Okay, so it's like, that's the fear. Like, I thought you would chase me. The fear of if I chase you, if I become too vulnerable, if I expose my heart. It's the fear of, being disappointed or being abandoned. However, he abandoned himself when he walked away from you. So it's self-abandonment at its finest. And then avoidance. So yeah, a lot of you are in sort of a phase right now of the journey where you're not in communication with your counterpart, where there's literally nothing is happening. You are maybe blocked, or you're just not speaking. You're not on speaking terms, or very limited communication. So that's probably good for the month of March, guys. Communication can have pretty serious consequences right now, especially with the volatile energies of this month. Again, it's the energetic blueprint of December, but maybe to a lesser degree. So you probably want to avoid that, okay? You probably want to avoid communication through the month of March here. Resume it in April when things feel lighter and easier. So let's see what the feminine is going through. What is the divine feminine working on here? Divine feminine, what are you working on at this present moment, present time? You guys are going to get energy updates, regular energy updates, including some astrological, updates in the group, especially in the, we share in the private group chat. So we do a lot of sharing with you guys. You have access to 2 healers and coaches, 2 very experienced healers and coaches, seasoned, and you get access to other people who are on the same journey. So somebody is always available, when you have access to this private social media chat. And you also have these updates where we'll share with you things that we're not sharing on the channel or on Patreon. We'll share with you what's happening, why it's happening, so that you can better deal with the day-to-day energies, as you're going through this journey. Very empowering to know, very empowering to know in advance, oh, this is what to expect and this is how I can handle it. Maybe this is not a good time for communication. Maybe this is a good time. So the feminines, frustration. I feel so frustrated with my twin. Why don't they just get it? How many times have you asked yourself that? So this is about that sacral chakra, guys, the second chakra, the womb chakra, the sensual chakra, or some will call it the sexual chakra. It's energy that never gets birthed, okay? That's the frustration energy. We have it, we experience it, but then nothing happens. So it just kind of sits there and churns. However, there's more than one way to birth something. Things don't have to come out a certain way, now do they? Focus not on the churning, stuck, stagnant, or congested feeling, but focus instead of how you're going to transform the gift of this high-level twin flame energy into some kind of form made manifest. Allow intuition and creativity to guide you. The end result may look quite different than you anticipated, but better than you ever dreamed possible. This is actually the only card they're guiding me to use for the Divine Feminine. So I'm going to complete the reading on that note. So really think about Divine Feminine, how you've been frustrated with your masculine for not being able to open his heart, for being, acting out of fear versus love and avoiding, right? If you're not in communication, how does that make you feel? But more so, even deeper than that, what can you do to rebalance your energies so that no matter what your counterpart is doing, you're stable, you are balanced? And if you're like, I don't even know how to begin doing that, Sarah, then you may want to think about joining the program. You may want to work with us individually outside of the program. So think about that. And think about how you want your journey to go, guys. This is your journey. You are in control more than you ever realized. You have more power than you ever realized. And you know, this journey can be enjoyable. It can create joy, abundance, freedom, and a deep, 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 profound spiritual connection to yourself, okay, to the divine. And we want to assist you. We want to make this beautiful. So I'm going to end on that note, guys. I send you so much love and support. I'll be back soon with another video, and we hope to see you in the group coaching program for the month of April. We're super excited to have you. Until then, take care.